Welcome to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
Wow, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shaking in my boots.
I didn't know you were wearing boots.
I took them off.
That's how shaky you were.
Yeah, well, welcome again to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
Thank you for joining us. We are so ready to share our spooky ideas for this podcast, which if you don't know, if this is your first time listening.
What a time to start.
What a time. Episode 207.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of a backlog for you.
That's something to work on, I
Although
suppose.
I have heard some people literally will just listen to the most recent episode to a podcast instead of the first one. And that's up to them.
Huh.
So if you're one of those people, hello. We are the podcast where we listen to a song and make an anime for it.
Absolutely.
What we've done today, and especially in this oh-so-spooky month of October.
Which, again, if you're new, we only make Spooktober episodes during October.
Yes, that's sort of what I was going to say.
So glad I could cut you off.
You're entering in the time when it is October and we make spooky anime. So we've taken the song Zero for Conduct by the Block B subunit Bastars, or Baystars.
I mean, it's
Bastars.
It's bastards
With a Z.
without the D.
Just a Z.
Yeah.
Zero for Conduct. We've listened to that song and we've written our own ideas as if Zero for Conduct was the theme song for our spooky anime.
Ooh.
We specifically say it's spooky because in October it's spooky. Otherwise, it can be spooky, but it's not supposed to be spooky.
It doesn't have to be.
Exactly. We had that one
We did a little
right before.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Pre-spooky spook.
kind of spooky, but it wasn't.
We reined it in.
We were just, yeah, exactly. It wasn't gory. We just take all the seat belts off, all the safety measures, and we make it. We try to make it spooky, or sometimes
Cute spooky.
It 360s back or 180s to kind of funny, but like dark humor. You know.
Yeah.
So we've done that again. Zero for Contact, Block B. We recommend you listen to the song because it's what we did to get our ideas, and we wrote them down in 5 minutes. Ba 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 ba. I have one. Sarah has one.
Yep.
And we're going to share them and then combine them into a mega anime,
anime.
which is when we drop stuff, add stuff, and combine it all into one super duper thing.
It's a bit of a monster
It's
mash.
a monster. It's a mash of monstrous ideas. And we title the episode The Final Product of the Anime. So
You know before
as
us.
the listener, get this sort of sneak peek into what we're doing here. And we don't even know what it's titled yet. We just come up with
Do you
it.
want to guess?
Um,
Spooky Times at Ridgemont High.
Bombers.
Bombers?
Yeah. Bombers, that's the anime. With a Z.
Of course, for Bastars.
For Bastars. A little.
Bastars.
They get their little cameo in it.
That sounds reasonable.
But yeah, we go over a bunch of stuff at the end of the episode, sort of our own plugs. But before the end of the episode, we cast ourselves, we cast Lee Pace, and
If it happens, it happens.
if it happens, it happens. That's our second sort of catchphrase. If it happens, it happens. Thank you so much for listening. Either way, I'm going to share my idea now that I had for Zero for Conduct, Block B,
Which you can find on our
Bastars.
playlist that we'll talk about more at the end.
Talk about a bunch of stuff at the end. But we do try to include a link to a music video or otherwise just regular video to the song for ease of listening.
Maybe
Again,
you already have. Maybe
yeah.
you want to do it now. Maybe
You
you wait.
don't have to listen to it. It just does give us our sort of juice, our creative juices flowing. And maybe, you'd get the same vibe or a different vibe and then be like, how'd they get that vibe?
Wow.
But here we are. I'm going to share my idea.
Please do.
Now, the newest unit in this military construct has the most dangerous task of all. However, the group is more than prepared as they were abducted at a very young age and had
Ooh.
dangerous medical procedures performed on them.
Ah.
These super soldiers are now nuclear proof and literally pilot nuclear warheads to their final destination to signal the end of humanity. The physical embodiment of the Four Horsemen, these soldiers have one goal, and it's to end the world for their enemies. After rigorous tests, like in Nevada, they drop bombs and stuff.
Where else would you do it?
And to be fair, it is totally the that movie where he rides the warhead.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Strangelove.
Or how I learned to stop something
Worrying
fighting.
and love the bomb
Love
or
the
something
bomb,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah. And so they're like the guy,
All right.
but they're actually trained to do it. Literally what I saw in my brain for this song.
Love that guy.
Just crazy.
Completely blanking on his name, but
Couldn't tell you.
damn it.
Again, after rigorous tests, they're finally ready to ride the bombs to their final destinations and walk away from the extreme destruction as if nothing ever happened. However, one soldier has a different plan and pilots their warhead back to their commanding officers and decimates their own country's capital.
Oh.
Now, the other three return to their country to find that the world has ended for them as well. Now they're the last beings who have survived the nuclear hellscape that is their world.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum.
See, and I thought maybe it would come back around and be funny.
Nope.
It didn't.
Nope.
Peter Sellers, I got there.
You did get there.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna when you said.
Nope. They do it in a very non-funny way. It's spooky and everyone dies.
There's your tagline.
Except them, 4 bombers.
No,
Get
no,
it?
walk that back. But that was your tagline right there.
I also had another one, nuclear children, something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or children of Adam. I think that's a thing already.
Yeah, was
Can
that
Fallout or
Yeah, I was
something.
gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, when you said nuclear proof, and that
Yeah.
I immediately thought
Yeah.
Fallout anyhow. So.
Also, super soldiers abducted at birth is Halo.
Well, of course, if Master Chief's not in here,
I'm just mashing it all in there.
a little monster.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
I didn't read the Halo books. They were very boring. I tried to. But that's like the first part.
Yeah. No, I'm not laughing at that. That
Is
would
all
be-
the Spartans are abducted when they're
bad.
children, and they're replaced with clones with low life expectancy. So like they get replaced by a
Come on.
clone, and then their parents are like, "Oh, you're fine," and then they're like, "Oh, actually, the clone degrades and dies," and then they have to like bury their kid, but their kid's fine, kind of
Oh my
being
god.
tested. Yeah, I know it's fucked up. That's Halo for you.
Didn't know.
Mine's different though. Abducted, maybe they're orphans. I don't know.
Great. That's much better.
I went spooky. It's spooky.
That's I don't
This
know.
song went hard, so I went
I went hard.
equally hard.
And at first I thought we had something that would be really
That's
easy.
the thing. You got to share your idea, or else I have no idea what you're talking
Let's see
about.
if you see what I saw, and then you took a hard right turn and
Yeah.
lost me.
Mine could be funny if it combines it with a different idea, but as it stands,
Guess who has a different idea?
everyone's hellscape, dead world.
I mean, I get. All right, all right. Here's
It was
mine.
literally a pivot about halfway through my own idea
I could
too,
tell.
where I was like, one of the 4.
You're like, they do this stuff. One of them kills everyone. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's more. They all meet up together.
Uh huh.
And
Well, because the other 3 are like mission complete, heading
Let's
back
go
to
back.
base, and then they're like, base is gone. Oh,
No.
fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just.
I'm laughing, but it is horrifying.
Yeah.
It's actually scary.
Okay.
All right.
2 frenemies in life. See, already completely different.
Frenemies.
Frenemies in life remain so in death. The 2 decide on a bet. Whoever can take over a human high school wins bragging rights.
Nice.
So I got this really strong visual during this song of 2 like throned individuals pointing and armies of like undead,
Okay.
pretty though, they must be pretty because they must be influential. People, undead people dressed in like school uniforms were like marching out
That's fun.
like war. So the 2 scheme from beyond, playing an odd game of chess with their minions.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
It's the core.
I had a lot of different ideas about where it could go, and I chickened out. Didn't write any of them down.
You're too scared.
I was too scared.
You're too scared already. You're like, I don't like the visual.
I was too scared.
Can't do it.
But basically, they're doing all this shit between the 2 of them, and possibly there's like a group of humans at the high school that just for like maybe a scene, they're like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what's going on?
So are they invading the school with like zombie kids?
Yeah, pretty much.
And the zombie kids are like killing people, or
No, they're making
just like,
fools of themselves, and possibly the minions are dying, the zombies are dying.
okay.
And they're like, I'm gonna go to school before you, because if my army gets to school before yours, everyone will like me better. And then like one gets hit by a train, and then all the zombies just like disappear because half of them.
And then they just like poof back in the throne like, well, that didn't work.
Basically, a little bit Sailor Moon-y.
Early bird doesn't get the worm in this instance.
Well, if you would have just stopped for the train, what's a train? Those weren't around when I was living the first time.
I was a shogun.
So there you go. That's kind of what I was thinking. Just like
Gotcha.
mishaps, they're trying to, and it could be take over the school as in be most popular. I'm kind of picturing them
it
like
being a popularity contest is very funny.
that's what I was thinking. It doesn't have to be like prom king and queen kind of popularity contest, but I
Right.
want them to have all this hype from their underlings built up. So in their minds, when they enter the school, the humans would just like fall at their feet because they're like
yeah.
some sort of king, queen, ruler,
Yeah,
royalty
yeah.
of
But when they come back to the physical world, they're just like ultra hot high school student,
yeah.
right? Ready
Well,
to
of
rule
course.
with an iron
Of
fist.
course, but they have to set the scene, and their minions keep fucking it up.
Gotcha. That is funny.
And they're frenemies, so they're kind of like, ha ha ha, let's go play squash, and then like, ah.
Gotcha.
So
It's fun.
that's what I was picturing.
Not
I
as spooky.
100, but when you said like the army thing, that I was like, oh, my armies of schoolgirl minions. It's just, that was the tie.
It's good.
that I
Yeah, we
saw.
do both have like a hierarchy.
There
here.
was like a marching kind of.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was the like horn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I chickened out of that too.
Yeah. You're just a big chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The season has definitely gotten to you.
Absolutely.
You're shivering and shaking.
Ooh.
Ooh boy.
And I'm getting roast in a pan. Because what else do you want during spooky
Yeah.
fall times?
Something roasted.
If you're in the
please.
northern hemisphere.
Something warm and hot toddy.
Mm-hmm.
Or cinnamon sugar.
Throw that chicken in and roast it with some potatoes. And
Do it.
there you go.
I'm hungry now.
You're welcome.
And
But
not
anyhow.
scared.
That was my vibe. Was
It's
just ridiculous.
I gotcha. Yeah, so we definitely got
We have
the
a
same
similarity.
ridiculous vibe.
Yeah, but mine skewed different. Yours was ridiculous
Yes, mine
decimation.
ridiculously ended the world, and yours ridiculously took over a high school for funs.
Well, you know, bragging rights.
Yeah.
If you've been dead a long time, what else are you gonna do?
You're so bored.
Yeah, basically.
And you're like, well,
Why
at
not
this
make
point,
bets?
I've done all the hauntings. I've cleared out houses, traumatized families. What's next? But gaining some clout
Yeah.
for the Zoomers.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
Sounds
see a
pretty
better
good.
option, really. I think you've nailed it.
So I think we need to decide if we want it to be scary
Yeah.
or funny,
Yeah.
high school or like world. Like
Right.
which realm do we want to stick it in, and what vibe do we want? I feel like those two are the big ones. The
Yeah.
rest is kind of similar.
It's a great question. We are definitely at the combining phase.
Yeah, if anyone was following along on a timeline,
How
a
do
la
you want to combine
the Domino's food tracker?
Bomb World with High School Quest?
High school quest?
High
That's what I get
school-
boiled down to?
High School Hierarchy.
Thank you. It's a little better.
Came up with a better word.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So those are my two.
But do you have any inclinations? Would you like to make an argument?
Do I ever? No.
Oh, okay. Well,
They are so different,
but they're not.
but there is a sort of like people have the power. Mine was just not funny. The key visual for which I stole my idea is a comedy. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, it is still,
That colored my idea of yours.
yes, it is still dark in bombing in general. Mm-hmm. Just like we call bombs big babies and shit like that. Like what? Come on. That's real.
Yeah, that's
The big one or big boy or what,
Yeah.
shit like that. And we drop them on people.
yeah. I can't. I have nothing to say.
No. Nothing can be said. But then, we made movies about it and made fun of it. And it's not... it's just scary. It's ultimately a very scary thing.
Yes.
that has happened in history.
Yes.
So it's hard to, for me at least,
Oh, are you just trying to say that you don't want to make bombs funny?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have just said that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why mine ended up not being funny.
Okay.
Because it was just bad.
Yeah, no.
It was a bad thing.
So do you feel funny? Would you like to walk back?
I think the song could lend itself to being funnier.
Uh-huh.
So how do you want to sort of put mine in yours without making it horrifying? Or
Okay,
or maybe it is world ending still, but in a different way. I don't know. What's your inclination?
Well, I feel like your militariness matches mine, but perhaps the scale of high school gets blown out of proportion, and as they start one-upping each other, it's starting to get more militarized, more weapony, and they end up just like blowing up the school.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah. That would be funny.
Is that I mean...
Well, it's like because they're dead already, so it doesn't affect them if they accidentally
and I'm
blow up a
picturing,
school.
cutting back to the like funny scene of the humans, like maybe it's summer break. Like no one's even there, and it's just the two zombie armies are duking it out.
Oh, they're just like haunting an empty school.
Yeah. Or maybe it's set to be blown up anyhow.
Yeah. Oh, it's like
to be demoed.
Yeah, it's
they're
like
building something nicer.
It's already abandoned, and they're just gonna.
But they don't really know because they're kind of dumb, like demon monstery.
Okay,
dead
okay.
people.
I'm getting more attached to this idea. Definitely, it's a dilapidated, empty school, and they start filling it with their minions, who are both teacher and student and whatever else have you.
But because our two people in charge are dumb, they see the other half's teachers and go, oh, those are the human teachers. Whereas on the other side, they're like, oh, I didn't hire that teacher. That's a human teacher. So
Yeah.
they both think humans are there.
Exactly.
But
They
aren't.
both are like playing tricks on each other in terms of making it look like these schools are active and running when
Someone hires a lunch lady.
it's all
a
basically
minion
just hired
hires-
actors.
I mean, presumably there's no
They just like
payment.
raise them
They're just, yeah, it's
from
like,
the dead.
yo, over there, you've been kicking around a while. How's your
It's still the
scooping
same.
ability?
It's still the same imagery of the armies
Mm-hmm.
descending from beneath the thrones.
Some of them have on hairnets.
Yeah.
Some of them have, I don't know, whistles. For
Yeah.
teaching
No. This is
sports.
super funny because, like, they.
Because you can't win when there are no humans to vote.
Exactly. So it's all fake, and they're
Mm-hmm.
just sort of, it's all for show.
Oh yeah. Well, they were bored anyhow, so.
And they're super bored, and then they get so deep into it that they sort of forget that it's fake,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they start self-inserting themselves into situations and like try to be the best. Because at first they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna like mess with my friend. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like, oh well, they're getting clout, and I kind of want that too. So I'm going to don my best outfit and head on down there and have them all grovel at my feet and stuff like that. But they both simultaneously have the same idea. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're like, well, I'm the class president now. I sort of rule the school with an iron fist, and I could do better.
And then the other one's like, you're class president? I'm school president.
Exactly. And then it just gets higher and higher up on the hierarchy. And they're like, well, I just switched it to a military school now. And everyone's learning combat drills. And we have nuclear warheads in the basement. So
That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you have nuclear warheads in the basement? I have nuclear warheads
In the sky.
Exactly.
Falling right now. I like the idea that originally their plan was mine. They were just going to pave the way, get some hype, show up, and like see who was cooler among the
Yeah.
humans. But it hasn't gone to plan. And so they're slowly having to do guest stars where it's like, I wasn't supposed to be here today. Like, I'm not supposed to show up yet. But so-and-so did this. I saw their post on Demongram or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
and it was getting to me.
The app for demons.
You know,
Demongram.
what else would it be? But I kind of like that idea. Is the plan was just show up, see who was voted class president or who won whatever thing, which person
Yeah.
just amongst the humans. But there aren't any humans, and they don't know that because they're dumb.
Yeah.
So
And so they both are going to their opposing school, right?
I pictured them in the same school.
Okay, it's the same school now. I like that. That's good. Ooh, that's really good.
That's how I was picturing.
Because
the
then
whole
they're
time.
fighting
Sorry.
for the same position.
That's what I was.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that was in my brain. Didn't get it out.
No, it makes sense because originally there were two, but now it makes sense that there's just one.
There was not two in my idea, so I'm sorry.
Oh well, I found two somewhere.
Yep.
Picked up another school somewhere.
Good at communicating.
Okay,
Right here.
no, it makes so much more sense.
I
that
could
there's
see. Yeah, that would be confusing.
Two people.
One school
school.
that they're trying to win.
I gotcha. Oh,
Win
that's
over.
That's so good because then they are
I guess
literally.
I should have said that.
No, they are
sooner.
literally fighting for the same position, and they've both equally filled the school with their mindless drone people who have personality and are funny
Yeah.
and
But
they're their own
also-
characters.
They don't care.
Exactly. They're dead too, but they don't have the audacity to like challenge.
They're probably just
their
having
role.
fun, like hanging out
Yeah.
at a school and like eating weird food that they didn't get to and like playing on the playground.
Yeah.
High schools don't have playgrounds.
Yeah.
But
I like the idea
they're
that
having fun.
at some point the two hierarchy people sort of lose themselves in it too.
Yes.
And so there starts to be some like lack of acknowledging that they're actually dead in a thing, and so
We see them like fully immerse and like
exactly
have an alarm clock.
yeah. So there's like
and-
an arc where it just becomes like a school anime for a bit and like loses all of the weird sort of spookiness to
Are
it.
they even like studying for tests?
Exactly.
Oh my
Like they start
gosh.
taking real tests and like
From teachers that they put in charge.
exactly, and they're battening down. They're like, I gotta study for this,
But they don't
I
know
can't
because it
stay
was the
top
other
of the
person's
class.
teacher, so they still think that they're really there.
Exactly.
They're really
So there is
humans.
that's super funny to me. Is they completely lose themselves in this illusion
great.
they've created, and they're like, it even maybe goes down to the visuals where like the audience looks outside the school and it's like, battered, boarded up windows, like a crow, like, and then
Yeah.
like a dead tree and other stuff, and it goes inside the school and what they're looking at, and it's like a perfect
It's like
illusion.
vibrant and
Exactly, and there's like sun coming in, but really it's just a stormy day. So, like the audience literally gets, because there's that trope in anime where they yell really loud, and instead of showing the person yelling, it just zooms out.
Oh yeah.
Not just anime. This is just a general.
But this is anime, so
Yes. So it zooms out and shows the whole school, and they're in a really nice thing, and they do a thing that's going to get them to yell. And it zooms out, and they still yell, and like birds, fly off of power lines and stuff. But it's showing the school in its actual state
yeah.
of just like there's a tractor outside and like do not enter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super funny.
And because they presumably have to use some sort of illusion magic to not look dead, they're also they start projecting it on the school.
Oh,
and that's
100%.
why it's
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
to look nicer and nicer. Not from the outside, of course. But
Yeah, well, it's like there's some sort of magic leak too, where all their minions sort of start looking normal as well too.
Oh, well, yeah, they'd have to fit in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So it just everyone feeds the illusion to
Mm-hmm.
the point where they all start believing it and acting like a normal high school would. And then there's that 3-episode arc where everyone's just really off put by how normal of a show it becomes. Mm-hmm. And then I think the actual finale where they're building up to the ultimate destruction of the school is they do some weird shit, and they're building up bombs and they're militarizing the school.
I don't know if I want nukes, though.
Not nukes, just like,
I'm picturing more juvenile, where it's like pipe bombs in the toilet.
oh, cherry bombs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing would be they are doing this and actively destroying the school, but then at the same time,
The illusion magic.
the illusion magic starts falling off and, they destroy a bathroom and it's in its original state of actual horribleness, and they're like, wow, we really messed this place up. And then simultaneously the show is ending and the school actually gets demolished by, you know, wrecking balls and crews and stuff like that, and they're just sitting in a pile of rubble with like nothing. The illusion's broken, and they're just ghosts.
Because they went home for the day.
Yeah.
It got torn down, and then they came back expecting to go to school Monday morning, and
they just walk, you know, through the gate, and there's nothing there, and they're like, oh well, good game, and they like shake hands and poof off, and like that's the show.
There you go.
Yeah.
The more we've talked about this, I would like to walk back the zombies being dumb, mindless, hit by train.
Okay.
And
yeah.
more they're there to humor their, you know, leader, and that's why they're just like, I don't care what so and so's up to. I'm having fun, like playing hacky sack and like talking to people I haven't seen in a long time.
That sells the illusion more too, because it's just like,
because they're hanging out. Yeah.
They're just doing their own thing.
And they have to go to class, but like, meh. And some of them are like, I died a long time ago. I didn't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
History's cool,
Algebra's pretty cool, actually.
Wow. This would have helped me a lot when XYZ.
Yeah. And I like that, too, because all the ghost characters can be sort of... They don't have to all be important historical figures, but you have, like, Genghis Khan come in at some point, and he's like, I did horseback riding. You know, something like that.
We have a stable out back.
Yeah. And they all like collectively sell an illusion, and you can do like you can do all the school tropes and stuff. It's very
these rulers aren't necessarily really nice. You know, they're
they're assholes.
Armies are dead, so they don't care, and so all the little like people are now on vacation, basically.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't have to go toil forever.
Exactly.
You know,
they're not being whipped in lava pools
soccer.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Football.
100%. It's very funny. And I feel like it has enough of my idea because there is like a hierarchy.
Well, how evil are these guys? Because you just said like whipping and stuff. Because if they're really evil,
well, that's the thing. I think they're on these thrones. Like they ascended some sort of.
I just pictured
afterlife hierarchy somehow, right?
They just had a lot of privilege. Like their parents were really important in whatever this after.
True.
And so they're just like dicking around because.
Yeah, that could be it. I think there's a skewed vision of evil after the afterlife, right? So I said whips and whatever, but maybe they're not, you know, devils doing actual bad stuff. Just.
I mean.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I feel like it's. In their mind, it's just like playthings.
Yeah. They're not evil.
No.
I didn't picture them actually having a malice.
Okay, because if they were evil, I would want them to die with the school, is what I was going to say.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if they're not evil,
no, I think
then they're just like, agree to disagree. Here's a tie. Shake on it. This was fun.
Yeah, and they poof off. And then season 2, if it gets renewed, would be a different school, a different locale, different students, teachers.
I also like the idea that they poof away and then it cuts to them like building a school together just because they had so much fun.
That'd be funny, yeah.
And then all of the people that had been in indentured servitude can just like
I've figured it out.
Yeah?
This is the After Academy prequel.
Oh, really?
And they build After Academy after their first thing.
That's a little dark.
And then hundreds of years later, After Academy has become the thing that it is, which is spooky.
I guess if enough time passes, but it's not really fair that everyone knows that they were dead and playing in a school turns into no one realized they were dead.
Exactly. It's kind of spooky, huh?
How dare you do this twist ending.
Kind of spooky.
Well, prequels are in, right? Those are still cool.
100%.
So, sure. As long as it's enough time that's passed.
Oh, yeah. The main characters in this anime are no longer present in After Academy.
Okay.
Plus, it's just a wink and a nod.
Okay.
They, it's the
we should
very...
really figure out that school crest.
Yeah, exactly. The very last scene is them, like, affixing the crest, and then it just fades.
But, again, not evil intentions.
No.
They just had so much fun.
They wanted to make a fun school. And then they did. And then the new
You know what would
actual
be
bad
really
people
cute,
did
too?
What?
Is that they maybe are actually educating some of the people that couldn't get educated during their lifetime.
Yeah. Like, the teachers they get are actual teachers. And
some of the students maybe weren't literate the first time around.
They need to actually be students for a little bit.
Aw.
That's how it goes.
Turns in, and then they're like co-principals.
Yes. All right. How do you want to title it? Do you think it's title time? I think it's
I'm
title
now
time.
thinking about After Academy and how it could, over time, somehow.
That's what I'm saying.
The
They get
principal
the
turns
new
evil.
yeah.
Okay.
The two who build the school are not necessarily the two who maintain the school after hundreds and thousands of years, right?
Okay.
Plus, After Academy has a real world equivalent that isn't actually decrepit, so
Yeah. Someone
something
evil actually got involved.
Some evil warping, dimension magic
Okay.
happens.
As long as it's not them, I'm good with it.
Totally unrelated
So.
to our two not evil protagonists.
Okay. Are you happy? I know you said title, but like just checking.
I'm down to title it now. That's
Me
where I'm
too.
at.
All right, then.
It's not bombers. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't Spooky Times at Ridgemont High.
Was that yours?
I think that's what I said at the beginning.
That's it.
Oh, wow.
No, okay. Let's think of words, though, right? One word.
Oh, we could do bombastic.
Bombastic times?
Yeah.
Bombastic.
Well, it has bomb in it, but it's not actually
Yeah, but
a
we kind of took
bomb.
bombs out.
Yeah, okay. That's true. Never mind.
Not a big deal.
Your idea's still there enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
They destroy what they love.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
There you go.
And they learn a lesson doing it.
Yeah. All right. The words we would choose would be.
I mean, there's like a
school word,
rivalry, there's a school.
School word, rivalry word?
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You want to do a school word first or a rivalry word first?
I can start with the rivalry.
I'll do a school word. 3, 2, 1. Ranking.
Head to head.
Uh,
I like ranking.
yeah, like
Yeah.
stacking up.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Switcheroo. Revenge.
Learn.
Learn to go head to head against your rival
To get better ranking.
and revenge.
Really, we did it. There you go. You book it, print it, seal it.
That's a long title.
And yet, I came up with 2 full titles.
Okay, let's hear them.
Not to discount anything that we already said, but I want to get these out here. So I thought straight A demon. And I don't know if it's demon, but
It's fun, though.
straight A evil person. And also ValeVICTOrian. Like valedictorian, but victor. To the victor goes the spoils. ValeVICTOrian.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
I thought it was kind of fun too.
Super fun.
But I realized that I was like, oh, I'll just cut off that first part. It'll just be Victorian. And then I realized that's just Victorian.
It's just Victorian.
And I'm kind of maybe not the smartest, sharpest tool.
Victorian.
I will call this one
This
Victorian.
show's title is Victorian.
But
oh, so it's in the Victorian time?
ValeVICTOrian.
I like
Maybe
that a lot.
there's a capitalization or something.
yeah.
Or a dash.
with
something.
a capital.
Something that really makes it Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, I like that a lot.
you want to use it?
I feel like that's it. It's really funny.
It's stupid just like them.
Yes. And I think maybe they acknowledge it as like
That's what they call it.
the one who is
obviously.
valedictorian at the end of this school year is the ValeVICTOrian. And they're like the victor of the, and it's like, yes!
We'll get a sash.
That's good. No, I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell valedictorian, let alone ValeVICTOrian. So
Well, I gave it a shot.
I think it's just Victorian. We're just gonna.
Can you see the? At first, I was like, "This is brilliant." Just Victor, Ian, and then I wrote it out.
Yes.
And went, "Oh, that's a word."
Literally just Victorian. Yeah.
Yeah. But some of the ghost people are from Victorian times, so they're
Exactly.
having fun with the hand dryers on
And
the
you
wall.
could describe them as a scared Victorian child,
You could.
like a dog.
Haunting.
Okay, so that's it. ValeVICTOrian. It's funny. That's why I'm going with it.
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything.
It's all I ever need.
ValeVICTOrian is the title of the anime. Who do you want to be in ValeVICTOrian?
Do you think anyone reading the title guessed that this is what it was gonna be?
Yeah, actually. 3 3 people.
Oh my gosh.
Got it.
Wow. Maybe we should stop doing it that way. Just kidding. Well, I guess I'm just one of the ghostly.
Yeah, I'm just
ghoulies.
I'm
a
just
student.
I'm actually a caveman ghost, and I'm learning.
You're really learning.
I'm really learning. I'm on the fast track. I'm like, stone, fire, all I know.
And then I show you the chemistry lab,
And I'm like, oh.
and you blow up the school.
Yeah, and I assist. No, just a little cameo.
All right, so we want to be study buddies?
Yeah,
Cool.
science partners.
Science partners.
There you
I love it.
Okay, we're in it. Lee Pace is
I mean,
one of the
that's a big role.
Valley of. I know that's a big role.
I
don't know if we can
know.
afford that one. He could be a teacher.
That's true.
Could be just a teach. Good teach.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Or even a cameo student. I'm just saying.
I mean, I feel like it's always just kind of up to him. Doors open.
True. Just giving you some options, Lee. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Let your
Hit us
publicist, whatever, producer. I don't
Can you
know.
imagine if we actually like emailed them?
I don't know why we would.
We have an opportunity for Mr. Lee Pace.
I have no idea why we would do this.
We'd get sued. I'm sure of
I
it.
don't think we'd get sued. I think we just would not hear back.
Well, the cease and desist we would ignore, and then we get sued.
Well, we wouldn't get a cease and desist unless we continued.
That's the point. We do it each week.
Oh yeah, no. Then we definitely get at least a inflammatory email like, "Please stop. This is bad. You're dumb." Okay.
That was a fun thought experiment.
We are
Let's
in it.
never do that.
Lee Pace is in it. That's the anime for this week. Instant anime.
Just add music.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Sarah.
That's the podcast. Just kind of got there in a roundabout way, but
You paused. Who am I?
that is this week's spooky anime. And throughout October, you may see this is the second one. Maybe there'll be a bonus episode.
Are you saying Halloween happens to be on a
Sunday? Could it be? We'll see. I mean, no, it does. Actually, 31st is Sunday,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's true.
That is 100%
But will anything
accurate.
else happen?
Yet to be seen.
Ooh.
Yet to be seen.
Yet to be spooked.
Yet to be scared in our boots. I put them back on.
Oh no!
I put them back on halfway through the episode.
But I already cooked the chicken.
Well, I'm taking them off again. Okay, so we
That
have
got weird.
completed our episode. I know, there's chicken in my boots now. We have
Snack
completed
for
the
later.
episode, and we will now plug ourselves, starting with our
Right in your
Twitter.
brains.
Our one social media outlet is our Twitter at Instant Anime Pod, where we post GIFs, teasing upcoming episodes, and just post good content.
If it needs to be posted, if there's
We've got our finger on the pulse of good content.
there's some good boys.
And that's pretty much it. We have the pinned tweet as our suggestion form, which if you have a song that you want to be an anime of your choice, we're going to create it. Of your choice? Our choice.
I mean,
We make it. But if you have a song that is your choice of, ooh, this could be an anime, then that's what you would submit
there we go.
to us.
There we go.
I got there.
You did.
I got there. So we have our pinned tweet. The episodes post automatically from Podbean to our Twitter feed if you just want to easily click a link and follow an account that updates you. Otherwise, we have a website.
Yeah, and it's instantannie.may. It's where we host, as Jimmy said. So we've got all of our episodes there with clickable links in the description. So you can easily find the song we've used for the episode. And in addition to that, we have a bunch of handy dandy things in the sidebar, including some podcatchers with some buttons.
Oh yeah, new buttons.
New buttons?
New buttons.
New buttons. Look how fancy we are with our buttons.
I don't know if they're on mobile.
I haven't checked.
Haven't checked.
But they're there. And
Alright.
we also have our Spotify playlist, which I teased earlier.
Ooh.
But it has all the songs currently available on Spotify that we have used for episodes in the past. So it has like 200 songs, bangers all around,
Yeah.
And if
it's
you-
posted in order.
which is fun if you're marathoning.
I mean, you
especially.
can
Yeah.
change order, but this custom order, if you peek into that playlist, is first episode, first song, and then
Matches up.
until there isn't a song, it kind of gets a little wonky.
Yep.
But yeah, if you do just want to like listen to an episode, listen to a song, boom, you got them right there if they're on Spotify.
I know. I wish that we could put both in a playlist. So it was like song, episode, song, episode.
I know.
Spotify does not.
Like a podcast playlist. Mm-hmm. Which they might be adding.
But you could intersperse songs?
Ooh. I see. I don't think so. I think
I think that's where the line is drawn.
Episodes, but I don't actually know.
In any case,
we'll try and move one over.
See what happens. But that's pretty much it. We've got our shop and podcatchers, the suggestion form. Am I missing something? I think that's
gotta be it. If you have the time to leave a review on your podcatcher of choice, that'd be amazing. Every review counts for small indie podcasters.
Just like us.
And
Listeners like you.
If you especially like the spooky
possible.
episodes, you can check out any episode posted in previous October things, and hope those will tickle your fancy or
tide you over,
spook your pants off, or
keep your
boots,
chicken,
or put the chicken in your boots, something like
whatever
that.
you need.
Either way, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope you enjoy the next episode that we come out with next spooky times. Goodbye.